That takes us to the last one.
And that takes us to the Paris Runaway. The video is fab, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was made.
Really?
I have no idea that was made, but it's a girl that wanted to model. She didn't make it to the cast. It's a friend of one of my friend designer also, and she was just there in the crowd. Apparently she got invited because it was from a PR agency.
Yeah.
So she got invited by the PR agency and she was there. She did the video. 2 days later I was still in Paris and she gave to give me a hard drive from the friend of mine because she did the other show. And she was like, by the way, I have a video of your show. I was like, what do you mean you have
Let's
a video?
watch it. Let's watch it.
Let's go.
Tell us what you see. Tell us about the location. Tell us about the show.
So this is my doll Shinto. She's wearing one of my... And this is... Oh, Kim Pers. Hello, scammer. One of my friends, again, bringing back the community. She was performing at the end of the show. This is one of my dolls. Also, Tintin, a performer. I brought a lot of my friends and a lot of dolls. It was a trance kind of show. I love it. It's all my parm, every model. I mean, I knew some kind of... I actually knew a lot of models. Antoniane also, I worked with her a long time ago in Paris. Yeah, it was just a very underground, messy, chaotic show. The whole collection is a storytelling. It is an after traumatic experience. When you wake up from like this dream, you've been taken away from everything you barely know. You barely know yourself. After such a traumatic experience, you barely know yourself. You have to rebuild yourself. How do you rebuild yourself? Construction of your own body. So again, we're coming back to the body, but in a different way than the first collection. I think now it's more of a build-up of like protection. So there's motorbike element. You're like putting protection gears onto yourself again to rebuild yourself. So it's a whole deconstruction of a male wardrobe, I would say, and a whole deconstruction of yourself to rebuild yourself again. It's a proud moment of...
The shoulders are still there.
The shoulder, some of them, yeah. And
is that like signature Judassime?
Yeah, I love shoulders. It gives a lot of like intensity in the silhouette. But also you just stand, and even if you stand on the same level as the other person, if you have a high shoulder, it makes them feel tiny. It's like this thing of like the high shoulder just makes you look like you're like way... It's a pagoda shoulder. It comes from like a historical... I think it was Balenciaga or Yves Saint Laurent that did it the first. Or Balmain. It's a pagoda shoulder. So the pagoda shoulder takes the suit and brings it back up. So it's like it gives like that silhouette of like I'm high. The shoulders are higher. But I took it even further. I think like these days there's a lot of designer like recommends and stuff taking it further. So we are bringing it even more up than the pagoda shoulder itself. But it's a historical shoulder.
I see some singing or some talking. Yes, so what is happening here?
No, Kim Pers was doing the finale of the show with her song with Mathieu, so the group Scammer did the finale of the show where they performed their song Apocalypse. So there's a mines of mirror everywhere in the room. She's screaming.
Okay.
And then it was the signal for all the models to start breaking the mirrors that were on the floor. So there, it's breaking the reflection that you have of yourself or the forced reflection that someone has on you. And there's like mines of mirrors everywhere on the floor, and everyone started to just break the shit out of it. Seriously? And the sound of it, mirror breakings in the whole room, like you can see them running around and just breaking the mirrors. I think there's gonna be a moment where you can just see them like smashing the mirrors on the floor.
Was this your idea or was it happen naturally?
No, it was my idea to break mirrors for sure. But it was in a collaboration with Cellumer, that is also an artist from Paris that did all the installation products of it. So everything is just shattering around. You can see them like snapping the mirrors.
So in a traditional fashion défilé, so you have one model that comes after another. Sometimes you can see many of them, but they're always equally spaced and it's very organized. Yeah. And so this chaos you created was kind of also to break the pattern?
No, that's only at the finale.
Do they do that in other shows as well? Or
sometimes. I mean, like the show was going on models by models anyway. Yeah. With a different storytelling. Of course, there was like a play in the room. But at the end of the show, I told them the finale has to be just a chaos. Like you go in the room and you just break the shit out of the room. I want them to feel like they're disturbed in that room. The people watching it, they didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like the models were just breaking everything. I was in the backstage hearing all the mirror breaking. I was like, this feels so good.
It makes me think of Zoolander. I don't know if I'm allowed to make the connection.
I've never watched it.
You never watched
No.
Zoolander? It's at some point they have to kill the prime minister of Malaysia, and then they play like the song like just relax, don't do it, nah. And like then he gets into this kind of like automatic robot mode where he has to kill because he's been brainwashed.
Yeah.
And then he has to kill the prime minister, and then there's this huge fight that goes on scene, but it kind of looks like it was staged. So people are like confused but clapping. And then something really bad happens. They're like, oh no, we're not sure if this is a show. And then like, oh yeah, now it looks again like it's a show. They're clapping again.
I love that.
And so this was a connection I was trying to make, like where the people kind of confused and then like, oh no, this is normal. Oh no, this is not.
I mean, here they obviously knew it was the show, but I do love the confusion of like, why are they breaking mirrors right now?
Yeah,
I love it. They know, like, then it makes the whole bubble. Like maybe like the story that was told during the show, they didn't really understand. But then when the breaking of the mirrors, maybe they got the memo. And most of the magazines and most of the people got the memo because when I had my interviews after the show, it was right after the show, all the magazine knew about the story. So it made sense for them.
Who told the story? You or some?
No one. So I think there was a press release being told to the magazine, but still they understood while the show was happening. So that was thumbs up for me, because sometimes I might think something that is so clear to me but not clear to other people. You don't know how it's gonna like impact other people. But this one was a good impact for other people. They understood clearly what was going on.
Most of the time, the designer does not walk the show.
Yeah.
And so you've always been involved in this performing, you know.
I mean, for me, just saying goodbye at the end, being in my full fantasy and stuff, it missed a point of the story because I'm telling something so personal, it missed it. So I said goodbye and I was like, there's still like, the whole story is told, the mirrors are breaking, the whole thing is good. It does miss me in the whole full thing of it all. So yeah, next runways you're gonna see me most likely in the center of it. I'm gonna perform in the center of the runway doing something amazing. No, it's gonna be disturbing as fuck.